Good evening, this is News Mongolia. I'm Satlangkort in the MNB World studio. For our top stories. General education schools to break up from 18th. COVID-19, 441 confirmed cases, 3 additional deaths reported. There will be a pattern of investing the profits from mining into a national wealth fund. For other news, stay tuned. The regular government session was held on December 1st, 2021. Let's look at the decisions that were made during this session.
The Minister of Food, Agriculture and Light Industry, Min Se-hang, introduced the cabinet members to the actions that have been taken by the working group appointed to study and propose solutions on tackling the price increases on general goods. Regarding this, the relevant officials were assigned to intensify the imports of containers through the Daming-Ud-Irlan border point, ensuring the precautionary and sanitary measures are being taken, and to manage the human and technical resources necessary at the border. Moreover, the winter meat purchase, an event for citizens to purchase meat for the winter food preparation, is being organized until December 20th. For the fair, meat from verified sources is being supplied from Арханга, Баянгалги, Говьалтай, Булган, Дорногов, Дундгов, Завхан, Өөрханга, Өмнөгов, Сүхбаатар, Сэлэнг, Төв, Увс, Ховд, Хөвсгөл and Хинти provinces. During the presentation from the National Emergency Commission on the steps taken against COVID-19 transmission in the country, it was decided to strengthen the inspection at customs and to organize the winter break for the general education schools. Due to the fact that flu season has started, from December 10th, all classes will be taught online, and from December 18th, schools will break up for a period of 45 days. The Minister of Health, Inkbolt, made a statement regarding the Omicron COVID-19 variant. The Omicron variant, compared to other variants, is likely to reinfect recovered COVID-19 patients and is detectable by the current laboratory testers. More research is needed to fully understand its transmission, disease characteristics, and possible vaccines to use against the variant. The World Health Organization suggests implementing a risk-based approach to border restrictions, the minister added. Pfizer, Moderna, and AstraZeneca vaccines' effectiveness on the Omicron variant is being examined. Scientists speculate that in countries with higher vaccination rates, the transmission of the Omicron variant will be lower. The statement also continued to mention that the countries like the UK and the USA are adopting the tactics to do border restrictions based on risks, encouraging people to get the booster shot and take precautionary measures such as wearing face masks and social distancing. As of November 13, 2021, around 70% of Mongolia's population has received the first dose, 66% has received the second, and 21% has gotten the booster shot.
The Ministry of Health reported that 441 new COVID-19 cases were confirmed today, and 3 people have died.
The Ministry of Health today on December 2nd has reported that 441 new COVID-19 cases were detected in the past 24 hours after tests were carried out at PCR laboratories across the country. Unfortunately, 3 patients, 2 women and 1 man, all with underlying health conditions, died of COVID-19 complications. All new cases are of domestic transmission, 274 out of which were confirmed in Ulaanbaatar, and the remaining 167 were confirmed in the provinces. 5,300 COVID-19 patients are being treated at hospitals nationwide. Additionally, 10,087 patients are being treated at home. Among the 5,300 COVID-19 patients being treated at hospitals nationwide, 2,073 are showing mild symptoms of illness and 111 are in critical condition. As of now, around 2.15 million people have had 2 doses of a COVID-19 vaccine and 20% of the population has received the booster shot so far.
The Ministry of Mining intends to pass a law on the National Wealth Fund within this year. It is to concentrate the benefits of underground resources into the National Wealth Fund and distribute them equally to every citizen now and in the future. The standard of concentrating mining profits in a fund and then investing will begin next year. Mongolia aims to invest in large-scale mega projects through the National Wealth Fund and natural resources from the mining sector. The constitutional amendment provides for the establishment of a National Wealth Fund. The much talked about Wealth Fund law, which has been hotly debated for more than a decade, is set to be passed this year. The main source of this wealth is the state-owned mining companies, including Irtins Mongol. One of the key players in Mongolia's mining sector, the Irtins Mongol company will work to the extent that it distributes dividends on state-owned and citizen-owned shares, which will determine whether the resource fund's vision is realized.
A mechanism is being introduced to transfer Irtins Mongol company to the National Wealth Fund electronically through its own legal regulation. This means that the regulatory mechanism for financing the mining sector or large mega projects will be regulated by the law on the National Wealth Fund. We shouldn't have to take out high-interest foreign loans to run our projects. Instead, we should invest a portion of our domestic revenue in large-scale mega projects. I think this is the right investment for us.
The goal of the National Wealth Fund is to expand the domestic economy by investing mining revenues in mega projects. However, the industry warns that short political cycles and excessive politicization could negatively affect the idea. It is also recommended that the provisions of the National Wealth Fund law require careful regulation of corporate governance.
Mineral prices are high. Coal prices are very high. At that time, if we had established this wealth fund in previous years, we would have had more opportunities to increase it now. The benefits of wealth need to be directed to the future. To do this, we need to enrich this fund. We should invest into the future, not take it today and divide it. For example, we need intellectual investment.
Experts advise that in the future, Mongolia should not export mineral products directly from the mines, but process them and produce new products. Thank you for staying with us on MNB World. Now let's take a look at Mongolia's current affairs.
Mongolian President Hursukh met with the Russian General of the Army, the current Chief of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of the Russian Federation, Valery Gerasimov. The President Hursukh noted that Mongolian and Russian people have stayed together through the hard times, both at war and at peace. The visit by the Russian General of the Army is expected to make a significant boost to the two countries' military and bilateral relations. In return, Valery Gerasimov expressed his satisfaction with the relations and the cooperation between Mongolia and Russia. For instance, it was mentioned that Mongolian military personnel are trained at military academies and universities in the Russian Federation, and the civilian military training is co-organized every year. Furthermore, the sides discussed the possibilities to further develop military relations and the cooperation in military strategies in the future.
Now let's take a look at the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. Here's the weather forecast for the world's major cities. This is it for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you tomorrow with more news and updates. Have a nice evening. Goodbye.